fruits, nuts, and seeds.
Chapatti, thank you for teaching us to be healthy.
The energy that I feel with these meals.
Chapatti, that was really yummy.
Like a kid with no toys. Health is my greatest joy. Come and see, come and be with our host Chapatti.
Hello and welcome to Food with Life. We are at the Conscious Life Expo in Los Angeles, California, with a very special guest, Ms. Joanna Garzilli, who's an expert on nutrition and a wonderful psychic. I'm honored to present you here. Very nice to have you. Very nice.
Thank you. It's interesting you say expert on nutrition. Did you
Yes.
say nutrition? So my expertise is on intuition.
Oh!
But the thing
We
is,
should say no, we should say the nutrition.
but the thing is, I'm really into nutrition as well, and I always listen to my intuition of what to eat. When I go to the supermarket, I think, do I want oranges because that's sort of nurturing energy, or do I want to have lots of greens? So I'm very much into intuitive eating, and I have a passion for nutrition as well. So
I would say they go together.
they do.
You know, intuition is for nutrition, and nutrition is for intuition.
Absolutely.
Something like this?
Yeah, and I found that I had a very strong spiritual insight that to go to that next level of spiritual awakening, it was important to cut out certain stimulants, things like caffeine, alcohol, sugar, wheat, dairy,
Yes.
and I never thought I could do that because I love my food, but I found that it's made a huge difference to being able to tune in at a deeper level.
Yes, and probably say goodbye to Mr. Gluten. You know,
right.
Mr. Gluten used to be a friend of ours.
From Russia.
No, he was from the cosmic world, and then we thought we had to ask him to leave. But he said he may be back, so we're not sure. So tell us a bit about your expertise, which is intuition, and how it is involved with the psyche. And the psyche is, isn't it the ultimate of what we are? You can explain better.
Absolutely. Well,
I know you wrote this book.
That's right. Unleash the Psychic in You, which
Yes.
is all about how to trust your intuition for
Right.
success.
Right.
And the thing is that everyone has intuition. The thing is that most of the time we don't listen to it, and we certainly don't follow it. And hence chapter 1 of Unleash the Psychic in You is the effed up psychic, how I lost everything because I wasn't listening and I didn't follow the guidance, and I was a victim and I wanted to be rescued, and I didn't understand that as much as I could see auras and hear different spiritual insights, that it was about going and putting it into action rather than just saying, Spirit, save me.
So when you get these inner guidances, is there a way you can be certain that it is correct?
Absolutely.
Or it involves, I guess, trust too, yes?
Well, the more you practice, the better that you get. And the trust comes from getting really clear about what's happening in your body, listening to it. I had someone the other day say she was confused because she couldn't tell the difference between whether it was fear or her gut. And the thing is that sometimes there's things we need to do in life and they're scary, but they're the right thing to do. And if something isn't right, on a gut instinct level, it's going to feel twisty and icky, and it's going to feel like a pressing, constricting feeling.
Uncomfortable. Yes.
Exactly. But it's different from when you know you want to do something or you should be doing something, not from the obligation standpoint, but a should from, I really feel like I should be doing this, and yet there's this trepidation. That's when you need to go and keep moving forward.
Yes, I know when this happens, it is almost like you're not doing it. You're almost, there's a force pushing you in the direction of this positive.
Every day.
Yes.
Every day.
Well, we hope it is every day. Sometimes we have our inner fears, our inner emotions, our inner misdealings that change it, and wondering if it is correct. But I know when I myself feel to do something, it almost is an effortless experience, effortless, not just happening,
It's effortless, and the part when it doesn't feel effortless, it feels like it's a drag, is the internal part of the self. It is the ego, it is the fear that's coming up. And that's why I believe meditation is extremely important. And a lot of the time we don't have time to go off and meditate on the mountaintop, like maybe you do.
Yes. There have been many mountaintops, but I like meditating in a comfortable place at my house.
Exactly. And so I found it important to create short meditations, guided meditations that are 10 minutes long, easy to do, to fit in during a busy day, especially for people that are working and have families and just they feel like they don't have enough time, they're overwhelmed.
Good. We're going to talk more about this in a second, okay?
Great.
Stay with us. I'm your Chapatti, this is Food with Life. We'll be right back. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Food with Life. I'm your host Chapatti with our special guest, Joanna Garzilli, a wonderful intuitive and wonderful person who is giving us some words of wisdom. You talked about doing a 10-minute practice at home, which is good for self-guidance, intuition, and correct action maybe. What would you say?
All of that sounds good to me. Yes, absolutely. 10-minute meditation. A couple of meditations I created recently were the synchronicity meditation, because people are so often worried about not being in the right place at the right time, and so that gives one the ability to trust when a day doesn't seem quite like how it's meant to be going, to know that you are in that divine timing, things are working out just right, and to be able to get to that inner peaceful state. And the other meditation is the destiny meditation, because I believe each person has a soul purpose, something they're meant to be fulfilling, whether it's on a local community level to a global level with a larger reach. But it's important to take that time to connect in and listen to the soul and receive that greater insight. And from there, the destiny is revealed.
Yes, everything unfolds. I know the one thing is a big hold up, and it is the word fear. And I say in my own words, fear is something because in fear is the word ear. And we do not listen to what is going on, so maybe the fear whoosh, climbs over us, So the meditation you are talking about has a way to help with the fear or these difficulties with stopping intuition?
Exactly. I mean, again, the thing that clouds intuition is fear within the energy field, fear at a cellular level, and it's about peeling back those layers. And what I found in my own life is that there are multiple layers there. But the thing is that I think in the past I always thought, oh well, I'll get through these certain fears in my life, break through those obstacles, but then it's another set of challenges that comes up. I would say that is if one has ambition, and for an ambitious person that fear is never really going to go away. But I think rather than seeing the fear as a negative, looking at it as something to embrace, and like the title, that famous book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. It's like, keep moving forward. Because sometimes I've talked with people and seen them years later, and they didn't take action in their lives, and they've made maybe little baby steps of progression, and then they'll say, wow, you've gone and done so much. How did you go and do so much? Because I got outside of my comfort zone. And I think that's really important. You have to always leap even when the evidence isn't there. And sometimes it'll scare the crap out of you, but it's just go ahead and take the action anyway.
Yeah, so risk, take a risk.
Yes. But not stupid risk.
Yes.
I mean, I always take calculated risk.
Yes.
I look at the sort of the intuitive level, the financial level, the relationship level, the environment, and make my decision from there. So it's a combination of things. It's not just stepping wildly, blindly into something, and because that's not smart.
It's blind. But when you do this, it's a nice concept idea, but is it not driven by your intellect or your head, so to speak? You know, I'm leading to the area of what about the heart? You know, to me, this heart that we have is the major unfoldment of the universe for myself. And I always was more in the head, you know. I met a lady who was in the heart, and I began to open a key to the heart, and I could see the brilliance that is there. So I want to talk more about this, if you would take a break with me, and we'll get back to more about your ideas and theories and beliefs and intuitive insight into heart and meditation. Is that good?
Beautiful.
I am your host, Chapatti. This is Food with Life. We'll be right back with our special guest, Joanna Garzilli. Stay with us, please. Welcome back to Food with Life. I am your host, Chapatti, with our special guest, Joanna Garzilli, author of a wonderful book, Unleash the Psychic in You. We were talking a bit about getting into intuition in the heart. Tell me your thoughts on this and how the heart plays with intuition, so to speak.
Well, when you're centered and you're grounded and you're connected, you're going to feel with your heart, you're going to feel with your entire being, and from there there's absolute clarity as to what to do. You don't have to seek the answers outside of yourself. The time to go and seek answers outside of oneself is where someone has expertise in a certain field, and I think that's a smart thing to do. But the head or the heart, it's a combination of both. So I really believe in the mind, body and spirit connection all integrated, and practicing on a daily basis of that center, ground and connecting. And every time when I lead a workshop, when I'm working with a client, when I'm doing an intuition blueprint reading, I'm always focused upon centering, grounding, connecting to notice the subtle energies around oneself and within oneself.
So it's not so much thinking of the separation of head and heart and spirit, no, but more as a collective body,
Exactly.
so to speak, you know.
Correct.
Your group or your meditation, how does this help, and how can stress get in the way of this type of system, so to speak, or get in the way of unfoldment of your potential?
Well, stress doesn't get in the way of the meditation. The meditation is the thing to dissolve the stress.
Yes.
And stress is just when one isn't listening to the mind, to the body, to the spirit, and one isn't fulfilling one's soul's purpose. It's a tension that's created to push one back in the right direction. Because we always know what to do. It's just whether, again, it goes back to whether we listen to that or not and follow through on that.
So could stress be good in a way, or not so good?
I think